You know that blank wall that has been staring you in the face for the last 2 years and you've been wanting to put up a gallery wall, but it just seems so overwhelming? Today we're going to show you how to do it and how to do it really fast and really easy. Hey Remodelaholics, I'm Cassidy and I'm so glad to have you back at our channel today. So today's video solves a problem that a lot of us have. How in the world do you hang up a gallery wall? There are all sorts of tutorials out there where you take a big old piece of paper. First of all, where do you get that huge piece of paper? And you lay it all out and you draw the outlines, and it just takes way too long to do something like that. Besides the fact that if you do the paper thing, you can't use command strips. So you have holes all over your walls. It's just really intimidating to get started. Krista also has this problem in her entryway of her home. There is a big 16-foot long wall with 13-foot ceilings, and she wanted to go ahead and fill that up with cute pictures of her children's face. And we all like that when we have our kids that we want to see when they were little and their cheeks were so chubby and all of that, and that's all melting away as they get older, and so it's fun to see these pictures. She started by sketching out the layout that she wanted, which was balanced but not perfectly symmetrical. The next step she took was she gathered up all the frames she had around the house, using an assortment of both large and small frames. If you're not a frame collector and you don't have a lot lying around your house, be sure to check out either IKEA or you can check out a secondhand store. And just remember, a quick coat of spray paint will really make all the frames look cohesive, even if they're different. Sometimes the difference is nice for just a little added texture. After some time both printing and adding the pictures to the frame, Krista was ready to hang 47. Yes, 47 frames on her wall. And guess what? It didn't take her long or add any extra gray hairs, so we're good. So now, if you're like me and you've been hoping to do a project like this, you're wondering how she did it so quickly, and we are gonna show you. The first big stress-saving tip is to use removable adhesive command strips. And we are not getting paid to say that. We actually just like them and use them. If you haven't tried them, they are worth trying. There's all sorts of different kinds, so just be sure to look through, make sure it can hold the weight of whatever frame you're holding up, and if it's the right, proper hanging hardware. Be sure to check the link in the description box below so you can find a good supply of awesome command strips that we really like. Now here is where Krista got really smart. To make hanging all of her art go really fast, and make sure everything was both level and evenly spaced, she created a jig of sorts. Krista grabbed a scrap piece of 1x3 board and marked the center of the board, and then marked 1 inch from the center going both directions. When Krista was ready to actually start hanging it, she had her jig, she had all of her command strips, and she had all of her frames. She anchored the center of her gallery with a large family photo. This photo is really important because it had to be perfectly level and perfectly attached. Since Krista anchored her gallery wall with a large family picture in the center of her wall, she carefully measured and marked the center frame's location. And with the help of her daughter, she got it up on the wall perfectly level. And now this is important because it is going to affect all the rest of the pieces, as you will see in just a second. And now comes the super smart part. Are you ready? Do you remember that jig that Krista made? Since the first frame is perfectly level and spaced in the center, Krista can use the 1x3 board to evenly space out the rest of the frames. Using the board saves measuring and leveling each and every added photo frame. Additionally, the command strips make it so easy, and this is where you can just fly through putting up all the frames. At this point, just keep going until all the frames are added, using your 1x3 board to measure all the spacing, to use it as a spacer and measure the spacing for vertical elements with the lines that you've drawn onto the board. So I want you to tell me in the comments, if you didn't know better, how long do you think it would have taken Krista to hang up this gallery wall? And spoiler alert, it only took her 2 hours to hang up 47 frames. Yeah, can you believe that? The little 1x3 jig template that she made and the command strips make it go that fast. And when she's done and wants to change it out, her walls will not be so damaged that they no longer look nice and new and beautiful. And the best part is this gallery wall makes such a nice impact on Krista's huge wall when you enter her home. And as a parent, what parent doesn't love to see all the wonderful ages of your kids growing up? And if you don't have kids, maybe it's a gallery of your dog or your cat or your traveling pictures, whatever means something to you, this is the perfect place and way to display it. If you want a gallery wall in your home, please be sure to try this method out. It just really takes all the headache out and is so easy to do. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like this idea and tell us where you want to put a gallery up in your house. If you want to add a little bit of variety to your gallery wall, check out this tutorial video on how to make awesome aged farmhouse signs or how to mount prints to boards. So easy, and it comes with a free printable on our blog. And don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye guys.